Hey guys, what is going on? We are back and we've got the Season 2 update finally in Vanguard, which is a very exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan. So, we're going to be taking a look as we normally do at our top 10 best loadouts and best class setups in Vanguard, starting with the Season 2 update. These class setups are not actually going to feature any of the new weapons just yet. We've got to spend a little bit more time testing them out, leveling these things up, unlocking some of the good attachments for them, and then we will release some videos talking about what the best class setups for these brand new weapons are. Just while we do get into our top 10 here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if we could hit 6,000 by the time Season 2 is over, at 600 subscribers or so, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So help me out if you can. So let's talk about our top 10 here. These are some fantastic weapons in the game, and if you do disagree with me, make sure you let me know in the comments. So starting us off here, we do have the Cooper Carbine, which is still one of the best assault rifles in the game. You really just get really easy to control recoil with this thing. You also get decently fast time to kill. It's about 180 to 160-ish milliseconds, depending on how you do want to build this thing. Starting us off here, we do have the Mercury Silencer for a little bit of a boost to our recoil control, as well as a nice amount of sound suppression, but you can also take a recoil booster if you just want to increase your fire rate by about 5% or so. This is actually quite nice. Then we do have the 22-inch Cooper Custom. Basically, we take this to increase our fire rate again just a little bit, as well as making us highly accurate and controllable. This does increase our horizontal recoil control by 51%, which is the main draw here. We have a slate reflector in the optic slot as a very nice clear sight picture. Can't really go past this one on this particular weapon. In the stock, we do have the Cooper 45 RS for initial accuracy and recoil, aim down sight speed and recoil recovery. Then we have the M3 Ready Grip for the aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed and aim walking movement speed. In the magazine, we do have the .30 Carbine 45 round mags for the damage range, bullet velocity, bullet penetration, and the magazine ammo capacity. In the ammo type here, we do have lengthen here to increase our bullet velocity by 30%. It takes up to almost 1400 meters per second, which is fantastic for our hit detection. Then in the rear grip, we do have the stipple grip, but you can also take the fabric grip as well for the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed increases. In the proficiency, we do have tight grip here for increase to our accuracy and recoil. When we hold this thing down, we fire for a bit. This will help us out here. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded to give us the maximum starting ammo. Moving on to one of my absolute favorite weapons in this game. I'm sure it is yours as well, and this being the MP40. This is just such a reliable killing tool. It kills people at a decent clip. It's about 200-ish, slightly lower than 200 milliseconds in terms of that TTK. Recoil is really easy to control. The iron sights in this thing are super clean, some of the best in the game. So starting us off here, we do have that recoil booster again to increase our fire rate by about 5%. A nice little boost to our TTK. Then we do have the barrel, which is the Krausnik 317mm, which does increase our horizontal recoil control again by 40%. A very significant boost. Then in the optic, we actually go with the Krausnik ISO 1M. This does give us an amazing iron sight here, as well as increasing our aim down sight speed. Then the VDD34M for horizontal recoil control and again aim down sight speed. M1941 hand stop for the recoil control and the accuracy. The 8mm 32 round mags from the Kurz variety with the bullet velocity, the range, the bullet penetration, and the damage. This increases our damage to 46 damage per bullet, which is very nice. And we're actually able to get a 2-shot kill, technically 2-shot kill with this thing when we do add the burn damage from the incendiary rounds. That burn damage does play out over about 9 seconds or so. In the rear grip slot, we do have the fabric grip here for aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. We do have brace in the proficiency slot for that initial accuracy and recoil, and then we do have kit, we have fully loaded, but you can take quick as well for an increase to your sprint speed. Next, we do have a very powerful assault rifle in this game, that being the Automaton. This essentially allows us to get very fast TTKs as well. This is a very similar weapon and plays very similarly to, of course, the Cooper Carbine. Again, starting us off here, we do have the MX Silencer here for the increase to our accuracy as well as that sound suppression boost. Then the ZAC FA Short to increase our damage. We combine this with our magazine attachment to give us 39 damage per bullet at nearly 800 rounds per minute in terms of that fire rate. Is a very fast TTK here, allows 3-shot kills. In the optic slot, we do go with the slate reflector here just for a very nice clear sight picture. The stock, we do have the ZAC Skeletal for the aim walking movement speed increases, as well as a bit of aim walking steadiness, as well as a slight boost to our initial accuracy and recoil. In the M1941 hand stop in the underbarrel, we do have again recoil control and accuracy. The 8mm Klauser rifle 50 round mag does increase our magazine ammo capacity, of course, increases our damage to the number we talked about previously in 39 damage per bullet, bullet velocity, and our damage range as well. We do have lengthened in the ammo type to increase our bullet velocity by 30%. Again, you see these numbers here and they're very similar to the Cooper Carbine. Then we do have the rear grip, we have the fabric grip, again aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. We have tight grip in the proficiency slot for the accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here to give us more starting ammo again. If you still feel like being toxic and running around at close range with a shotgun, the double barrel, not akimbo though, just a single double barrel is still a very powerful option in this game. I still think this is one of the better shotguns going around. Again, we do start off with the M97 full choke here for a tighter pellet spread. With this, basically means our pellets are closer together when we do fire them. Then in the barrel slot, we do actually have the LJ18 Defender. This increases our damage, our hipfire damage, as well as our damage range, which is very, very important for a shotgun to potentially get one-shot kills. Then in the optic slot, we've got a goofy option here in the Slate 3.25 times custom for accuracy and recoil control. This isn't super relevant most of the time, but you can actually land a slug, which we're about to talk about in just a second with this thing when you do aim down sight. In the stock, we do have the remove stock for the hipfire accuracy increase of +2, which is a pretty significant boost, as well as sprinter fire speed, as well as movement speed. In the underbarrel, we do have the smelly pistol grip here for the sprinter fire speed and the hip fire accuracy. That is perfect for a shotgun. Nothing in the magazine. I don't think the double AUD actually helps us out here. We'd lose too many pellets with this thing. And then we do have the buck and slug here for basically adding a slug to our shell, which is very, very nice. You can pinpoint that target sometimes and get decent kills here. Then in the pine tar grip, this is the one we go with here for an increase to our hip fire accuracy in the rear grip slot. Proficiency, we do have Gung Ho here because this removes our sprinter fire speed. And then in the kit, we do have Quick here for an increase to our sprint speed, meaning we can move around the map very quickly with this. Another one in the SMG category that is incredibly powerful in this game. You get 140 milliseconds worth of time to kill value up close with this, which is an absolute monster. This is one of the fastest values in the game that's not a two-shot kill. Starting us off again, we do have the M1929 silencer to help keep us on target with that extra boost to our accuracy. And then the Warabachi 134mm rapid barrel for an increase to our fire rate of about 23%, which is really significant here to get those bullets down range as fast as possible. Again, 40 damage per bullet from our magazine, which we're about to talk about, as well as that increased fire rate is ridiculously fast TTK. Then in the optic slot, we do have the slate reflector here for, again, a very clear sight picture. Then the Shiraishi T100 for a horizontal recoil control and the aim down sight speed. We have the M1941 hand stop still because of the recoil control and the accuracy. Then the Russian short 30 round mag for the increase to our damage range and bullet velocity and bullet penetration. Takes our damage numbers to again 40 damage per bullet at 845 RPM is lightning fast TTKs, as I said. Then we do have length and ammo type again for increasing our bullet velocity. We've got the fabric grip for the aim down sight speed and the sprinter fire speed. We've got Gung Ho to remove our sprinter fire speed a lot. And then of course the fully loaded perk to get us around the map with as many bullets as possible. Moving on to a weapon that is still a little bit underrated in my opinion. A lot of people did think that the STG-44 was easily the best gun in the game when the game did launch, and that was the case. And now it's back in a little bit of a way here, not as powerful as it used to be. You can still get two-shot kills with this thing with the incendiary rounds, which is actually very, very fun here. So we start again off with the F8 stabilizer for the increase to our accuracy, as well as a little boost to our damage range. Then the VDD 760mm 05B barrel, of course, for the highly accurate and controllable weapon, as well as the boost to our damage range. This increases our horizontal recoil control by 48% here. Then the slate reflector in the optic slot for, again, a very clear sight picture. We have the Constance tactical one for the aim walking movement speed increase, as well as initial accuracy and recoil in the stock slot. Then we have the M3 ready grip. Again, we talked about this previously as being very powerful for the aim down sight speed and sprinter fire speed. Then we have the Russian short 30 round mag to increase our damage number to 41. When we do add the incendiary damage on top, that equals 50, but again, you do have to let that entire burn damage play out. Then we have the fabric grip here for the aim down sight speed and the sprinter fire speed. The sleight of hand in, of course, the proficiency slot to get that reload faster. And then we have the fully loaded perk to give us as many bullets as possible. We do have the M1928 here again on this list as one of the better SMGs in the game. Really, really large magazine with this thing means you can sprint around everywhere and just spray people out until the end of time. This is a super, super satisfying weapon. We do again have the recoil booster here for an increase to our fire rate of about 5% or so, but if you are liking the silencer for the accuracy increase, take the M1929 silencer. Then the CGC 12-inch cooling barrel for a highly accurate and controllable weapon. This increases our horizontal recoil control by 90%, means this is an absolute laser beam here. Then we have the slate reflector again for the clear sight picture. We've got the CGC wire grip for the aim walking movement speed, aim walking steadiness, aim down sight speed, and initial accuracy and recoil control. M1941 hand stop here again, accuracy and recoil control. The 8mm 100 round mag here, this is ridiculous. You just have so many bullets to fire with this thing. It is so fun to just sprint around everywhere with this massive, massive magazine. And you deal a 3-shot kill with the 34 damage per bullet, which is very strong as well. Then the length and ammo type again for the increase to our bullet velocity of about 30% or so. The fabric grip again for the rear grip gives us that aim down sight speed and the sprinter fire speed. We've got the sleight of hand to give us a faster reload speed, and then we do have fully loaded as well for the maximum starting ammo. Because you do have so many rounds by default, you can just take quick here to increase your sprint speed as well. This particular Bren class is very, very interesting here as it does allow you to get 2-shot kills, but you do have to play this thing like a little bit of a marksman rifle here, which is definitely an interesting option. You actually also have to turn this thing to the single fire mode, which is B on the keyboard and then one of the D-pad options, I believe, as well on a controller. But once you do that, you actually get 2-shot kills. It feels exactly like a marksman rifle with a massive magazine here. This weapon is a lot of fun to use. Again, starting us off here, we do have the Mercury silencer for the recoil control increase to this thing while not reducing our aim down sight speed with the MX silencer. Then we have the Oaken Shield 590mm Model 2B for the increase to our damage. This does take our damage to 50 damage per bullet, giving us that 2-shot kill. Then we do have the G16 2.5 times for the increase to our recoil control and our accuracy, while also giving us a nice clear side picture as well at medium distance. We have the remove stock here for the movement speed, the aim down side speed, the sprint to fire speed, and the aim walking movement speed. We have the Mark 6 skeletal for again a nice increase to our aim down side speed. Nothing in the magazine slot, but we do have lengthen here in the ammo type to give us 30% bullet velocity again. And then the fabric grip as well, we do have the aim down side speed, sprint to fire speed. Then we got the sleight of hand in the proficiency slot, and then we do have fully loaded in the kit slot again to give us more starting ammo here. The Welgun is still good in this game. You can still get 2-shot kills, man. You just have to change up your class setup a little bit from how you did previously, as they did nerf this thing a little bit with some of bug fixes that did change the larger magazine. We do actually start off with that recoil booster here as well to increase our fire rate by again about 5% or so, taking it to 631 RPM. We do have the 32mm shrouded barrel for the highly accurate controllable weapon, as well as the larger one hit kill area, which allows us to get that headshot damage to of course the upper torso as well as increasing our horizontal and vertical recoil control by 45%. We have the slate reflector here for a very nice clear side picture. We've got the SA43M pack for of course the horizontal recoil control and the aim down side speed. We've got the M1941 hand stop recoil control and accuracy. We've got the .45 48 round mag to increase our damage, give us more bullets to fire, as well as bullet velocity and of course the bullet penetration. But again, this doesn't actually increase our vital damage to 60 as it did previously, which is a little bit of a bug there, so we do actually have to include the incendiary ammo to get those potential 2-shot kills. If you are landing an upper torso shot on someone, it does 49 damage by default, meaning you add the burn damage on top, which applies the first burn tick when it does hit someone, meaning that does about 52-ish damage per shot, and then you just land a second follow-up shot on with that upper torso kill. You get a 2-shot kill, which is very, very fast in terms of that TTK. Then in the fabric grip, we do have this in the rear grip slot again for aim down side speed and sprint to fire speed. We do have Gung Ho in the proficiency one for reducing our sprint to fire speed to 0, and then we do have the fully loaded one again for the maximum starting ammo, but you can take quick again if you do prefer that sprint speed. Last one here, which is the BAR, and I think we did say one of the best ones for last. This is my V2 rocket class setup. You just want to pull something out and just get easy 2-shot kills at ridiculous distance. Like, this is just one of the easiest weapons to get kills with in this game. We do have the Mercury silencer to increase that recoil control and the sound suppression. We do have the CGC 27-inch 2B barrel for the highly accurate and controllable weapon, which does increase our horizontal recoil control by 40% to 0.8 degrees, which is just ridiculous. Then we do have the slate reflector in the optic slot for a very clear side picture. In the stock slot, we do have the remove stock to move around the map a little bit more quickly. This is probably my preferred option, and we don't lose too much accuracy with this. This is actually very, very nice here. Then in the underbarrel slot, we do actually have the M1930 strife angle to make us as accurate as possible, but we'd very likely go with the M1941 hand stop or the Mark 6 skeletal. Then in the magazine, we do have the .50 BMG 30 round mag to increase our damage to 68 damage per bullet. That's ridiculous with a 2-shot kill. Then the lengthened ammo type to increase our bullet velocity by 30% to almost 1400 meters per second. Fabric grip again, you know what that does already by now, I'm sure I've said it like 10 times in this video. Sleight of hand in the proficiency slot for faster reload speed. And then in the kit option, we do have fully loaded here for most amount of starting ammo here. So that was it there, guys. My top 10 best class setups in the game right now with the Vanguard Season 2 update. We're going to be taking a look at the KGM40 and of course the Whitley LMG very, very soon. Once we do unlock those, get those attachments going, we'll have some class setups for that. If you do want to stick around for all the news, all the updates, all the best class setups, map guides, and other things we've got coming in Season 2, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out. And thank you very much for all the support you've been giving me recently, which is absolutely fantastic. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!